love when hate is this real.
Let's go. Check your valve. Yeah.
I'm in the house with the good
What?
brother.
The DOE. Let's go.
Here we are.
The Dirty Hills.
And we got
Bang.
a special motherfucking
Uh-huh.
guest in the building.
Not 1,000, not 2,000.
Dashing.
Dashing. Let's go.
man.
Baby.
What's up, everybody? What's up?
Yo, you already know. Before we get our bullshit in, don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube. We on Spotify. We on Apple Music. We on Pro Wrestling Tees. We on Twitter. We on iHeart Music. We got a website, Twitch, all that. Hashtag Dirty Hills. Get at us. Hit them links down below.
Here with Eric Thousands.
Let's go.
Dashing.
Dashing.
Dashing D Thousand. Let me get that right, man. Because I gotta get that right.
It's
man.
no commas. It's dashing.
Formerly known as what?
Weatherford.
It is.
I love it. I love it.
No, man. Let's know about the name first. I want to know about the name.
Go ahead, brother. We got to. We
because
got to.
What
We
it
got
is
to.
I noticed it's called Dashing D1000.
No comma.
You got this no comma.
No comma.
You got this Prince vibe, but you also got this Andre 3000.
Whoop,
vibe.
let's go crazy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So let us know about it, man. How we come up with this, man?
I mean, so the funny thing is, it's just one of those things where I looked at my gimmick and I looked at what everybody else was doing. I wanted to do something original. Original came to me was through my music inspiration. Prince was one of my most sincere music inspirations. Of
Yes,
anything.
yes.
One of the greatest to ever do it. So I was kind of got in my mindset. I was like, yo, what is Prince like in a wrestling ring? What would Prince look like in wrestling?
When doves cry.
You know what I'm saying? And so, again, I'm thinking, all right, it's got to be something with an entity, just something different. It's going to be androgynous. It's going to be sexy, but it can be violent because, Prince had different vibes. And
Definitely.
Prince was responsible for a lot of other things that came around. So that was the basis for that, but I'm also from Brooklyn.
Yeah,
So-
the Prince. Also,
what I mean?
I forgot to add that in there.
Yes,
the
right.
Prince of Brooklyn. My bad, man. You should have
Brooklyn's
corrected me.
wrestling.
BK in the
Prince.
building. Let's go,
Make sure
man.
that hashtag is out there. You
That's
know what
it.
it is. But yeah, I'm from Brooklyn. So again, for me, I know Bronx is the birthright of hip hop, but
Okay.
Brooklyn's also taken over and held it down for so long. So I had to keep my same spice and flavor. And whenever you do something, even
Yeah.
if you emulate in someone, this is an artistic business, so you still got to make it your own.
Now,
We've seen you probably everywhere, but we have never met.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Thank
Project
you.
Code Name, PAPW, SWF, MAW, Gladiator Championship Wrestling, Alpha Championship Wrestling,
Right.
BWF. We've been all of these places. How did we start?
What I
wrestling?
started,
Like
How
how
did-
even to start?
when did you first fall in
Yeah,
love?
when did you fall in love with it?
I fall in love.
Let's
with
go.
I have expected this question. It's one of those things though. Like I had a lot of family. My wrestling journey was real funny for me because I wanted to get in this thing to be a tag team wrestler. Like that was the whole thing. Like it was me,
I gotta give you a clap for that.
my cousin.
Most guys don't get into the business.
You never hear anybody
Yeah.
say, "Hey, I want to be a tag team."
Yes,
wrestler."
sir. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was never really
Very
like
rare.
a selfish aspect about it. It was always like it was me and my cousin, and it was just one of those things where like we were both always talking about it. And if you check my theme song, don't talk, just be about it after a point. And it was one of those things. I was a fan, but we really were supposed to just get into this business. And he's the one who introduced me to wrestling.
Okay.
So he was have it on every morning. And I'm sitting up there looking at it. I wanted to watch cartoons. And he's making me watch Hulk Hogan and Ultimate Warrior.
Those your boys, Snoop.
And then,
Definitely.
but see, the thing is, I found Macho Man.
Oh, I
The
tell
cream
you.
of the crop.
See,
The
I
cream
Found
of the
Macho Man,
fucking crop.
And I fell in love. And I really didn't look back from wrestling once I got into there. So then I really started paying attention. And I was heavy on it, watching it all the time. And then I remember just looking at it with everybody else. But one match stands out to me. It was British Bulldog versus Shawn Michaels. Intercontinental Championship.
Yes, go. Wembley Arena.
And that match sold me. I looked at it and I saw everything that was going on. I remember the reaction one of my homies had during there where I was at my friend's crib, and I just wound up looking at it and I was like, yo, this shit's worth it. This is something to do. This is something that I love.
Now-
And I want to cause that reaction too.
I put that spark in you.
Exactly.
Now, brother, have you always been athletic, or did you go to school and train and just got automatically athletic, man? How did that go as far as training?
So- being athletic is just something that I always inspired to. Fitness was just something that was a part of my life. I played in sports in school. And pretty much before I found the wrestling school, I was actually doing parkour.
Ooh, clap it up. Let's go. Let's
Yo,
go.
You gotta be a bad motherfucker to do parkour.
Woo.
No, you just gotta be crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest,
You
man.
gotta be a little-
Y'all be flipping, jumping, running, ducking, dodging. Wow.
Yeah, and it's a crazy thing to do because you know, I was just literally in Chelsea Piers learning the basics over there, training and everything, and then I kept going, and I was getting good with that, but it was just like something's missing. I wanna do more. And then that's when, you know, Facebook and social media was really just coming around.
Yes, sir.
I don't want to date myself too much, but like I really started seeing it popping up when I was looking for wrestling school. So originally I was looking at House of Glory, but then I was like,
Shout them out.
I'm probably going to get in there. Then I saw that tuition fee. I was like,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then,
He's like the sixth person that said that.
but I had an interesting role because I wind up being very well connected with actors. That was another thing that I had fell into with just, I always wanted to do something in entertainment. So being in and around a bunch of actors, I wound up meeting a guy, shout out to my boy, Luis Brandon Torres. He runs a comic book thing, but he was also working with 2KW Wrestling.
Gotta have your hands in everything, man.
So
Wow.
he was working with them, and then he told me that Joel Maximo was opening up a school, and that was the Ludus Wrestling Center in Brooklyn. And I was like, okay, right in the backyard. Maximo, I had known a lot of his stuff from Ring of Honor,
Yes, sir.
and what he
Yeah.
did in Japan, and then his spots that he had in WWF at the time. So I was like, yeah, I'm really interested. And he was went to a 2KW show. I saw a lot of the guys that you see out here wrestling now, and they were doing their own thing. And I was just looking at it, and I was just like, yo, I don't want to be in the fans. I don't like this side of the guardrail. This
shit.
ain't for me. I need to be on that side with them. And so I talked to him afterwards. He was like, yeah, man, you just got to get into a school, get trained and everything. And he told me about Joel and whatnot. And I was just like, I was flirting with it. So I was like, all right, I'm going to do this. I'm definitely going to do it. I don't know when I'm going to do it. And it was literally in July of, matter of
But
fact.
it's kind of like your anniversary then, kind of, man.
In a way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like your anniversary of the low, bro. Congrats, man.
But it was in July. They did a special, and it was just like, yo, trial run $50. I was like, yo, I ain't got no other choice. I got to do it.
Yes, sir.
I was at the time I had a girlfriend that I eventually would marry.
Okay.
That since fell apart because
I've been divorced my goddamn self, bro. So you know how that shit go.
They all want the D, so there's many D's to go around.
D vibe.
You know what I'm saying? So we got the divorce. So, but yeah, no, I spoke it out and I talked it over, and she looked at me at the time and she was like, I kind of don't want you to do it, but I know you will hate yourself and hate anyone if you don't get a chance to do this, because she knew how much I cared about wrestling. So I did it, and pretty much from there, I got to say the rest is history.
How long did it take you until you got to your first match, man? Your first match, and how do you get prepare for a match as well?
So I got fast tracked into it.
My man was a rising star.
It was one of those things.
Oh, man.
Nah. It was an interesting thing because I couldn't get the concept of a role properly because doing parkour, doing other like things with rolls and bumps and such like that, it's not the same system as wrestling. So I really had to start unlearning the same habits to do a proper wrestling role to actually adjust it. So once I finally got it all together, and it started coming along, they were doing like a promo class, and I cut a promo, and it was interesting because I had no character. I didn't think I was gonna actually do this character or anything else.
Okay.
I originally thought, I'm just gonna get trained, I'm gonna figure it out, work something out. But he threw the mic and was like, "You need something." He was like, "You gonna cut a promo?" He was like, I need to find out what you're gonna do it. I looked at everybody in the school and I was like, all of y'all are just badasses, huh? so everybody's Mr.
I'm
Tough
gonna break
guy.
your bones.
Yeah.
I'm gonna snap you into it.
It was all of that, and I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna do that.
Okay.
I'm not gonna do that. I was like, I'm gonna stand out. I'm gonna be different. So I cut a promo. And I was like, in the back of my head, playing WWE 2, the 2K games and all that other stuff. I was always experimenting with different characters and stuff like that because, again, I like writing. So I was given storylines, backgrounds, things. So I drew from that, and I was like, oh wait, I got a character. I got something different. So I went in there and they put the mic on. It was like, oh, cut a promo. So I cut a promo basically talking about how Mother Nature got wet from me taking my shirt off, stepping out the shower.
Your boy, I like that. I ain't gonna lie, I like that shit, boy.
So I leaned right into it, and I was like, yo, I'm Dashing D. Weatherford. You know, I'm the sexiest man alive. Mother Nature can't even stand the hots that I give to the, and when I step in that ring, even you not gonna be able to withstand what I do. I love it. It just took over, and they didn't hear anything like that. And next thing you know, they was like, yo.
So you got Mother
we got
Nature pussy
something.
wet. Yeah, you got Mother Nature pussy wet, word.
Yeah, she's still out there worried about it.
D.
You needed the rain, I'll start tripping right now.
Yeah, man.
What you got?
All right, man. Your first match, and how you get prepared, man. Like, how do you actually get prepared for a match?
So it was just
you listen to music,
we were just
or
training, and but you talking about getting in the mindset, I guess.
like, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, for me, because I am my character in many ways. You know, it's not a gimmick to see me wearing purple all the time. If you really heard some of the other stories on shoot level, you'll be like, this motherfucker here.
All right now.
But it's not, you know, and it's really not that much of a real thing, but they parallel well enough. So to get into full character though, I just immerse myself in the music. Like I start, you know, I give myself my workout, I do a whole routine, and I really just draw on what story I want to tell. What story is needed for the show, what story is what I'm working against, and who Dashing D needs to be against this person.
Now, is this Dashing D? Are you more of a heel or a face? Because you sound like a heel.
It's one of those things. It's whatever you need me to be. I can flip it. I mean, I'll ask you this. What's the difference between a face and a heel?
I would say the crowd.
Yeah, exactly. But is it the perspective of the crowd to you or your perspective on the crowd?
That is
God
true.
damn it, brother. Come on, man.
That is true because there are heels that I would be like, I like that guy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I want to cheer for him.
But see, now if I'm the heel and, you know, I'm looking at everybody else out there and I'm going to look at, you know, I'm going to be like, oh, it's a bunch of dirty Dianas in out here.
Dirty
You little filthy mongrels running around. You just nasty. And,
I love it.
You know, I don't want to call you back, but I'm going to take your girlfriend and, you know, do something like that. But in my face,
Oh, it's Mr. Nasty Time.
all my little darling Nickies out there, I want you to get around the crowd and get stimulated by what I do. You know,
I
I
love
got
it.
something for you.
Hold
You know,
on.
but it's always just
I'm getting
a
hot
switch.
over here now. You know what I'm
You
saying?
feel it?
I love it.
Getting hot over here now, boy. You know what I'm saying? So what's up,
yeah,
man?
It's face or heel. I like to keep a clean slate. I like to do either or. It's kind of actually what I love about being part of the project right now with Project Wrestling. It's like a free sandbox.
Yeah.
I'm putting in the matches. I'm giving direction, and they're just like, yo, make sure you go out there, get over. It's a very story-based setup, so we're also still playing with really how things are gonna go within the story. And the crowd depiction is what the crowd
Yeah.
depicts. You know, I'm giving face vibes in certain points, but I'm also very heel and still my approach and what I'm saying and what I'm doing. So
Very
it switches
articulate.
at any time.
Very
So I
articulate.
love it.
You're a tough heel.
Yeah.
I mean, like a face heel. I don't know how you even want to call
A
it.
face heel Snoop.
I heard you were also on my homeboy's podcast, Rewind Recap.
Shout out to our guy, brother Jonah.
Yes,
With,
yes.
So we saw you on there with
Godfather.
Dashing, did you have something to say?
I'm just literally shocked hearing all of this because I look back at your time as Papa Shango and you know, I was watching that growing up and yeah, literally you scared me. That was one of the first gimmicks outside of the Undertaker that had me like, no, this character is, you did such a good job with it. Like I legit used to have nightmares. Like,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
yeah, no, I'm just like, I think back to the feud with you and Ultimate Warrior and the whole
Warrior,
promos
yeah.
and things that led up to that. Man, I watched it and I was uncomfortable when I saw your character come out afterwards.
It was something, man, and it's people that are in their mid-30s now.
That was pretty good. How was that experience?
That was an
ain't easy.
amazing experience. The Godfather is one of the guys that he paved a significant way. He's one of those guys that I looked at and watched what they did as just, for one, there's not that many black wrestlers to really always just look at that emulate like a true image of something that is familiar. So him being out there and the different characters he was, like I told him on the podcast, when he was Papa Shango, he literally scared the hell out of me.
I heard. Yeah.
That was a frightening experience with the stuff he was doing. And so I really was able to enjoy the fact that this was someone I looked up to. This was a peer. This was, he was a role model, so to speak.
Yeah, definitely.
And he was someone that I looked at as a pioneer to what this became for me. And I was able to connect with him even almost like a peer at that time. So, again, that podcast is something special in itself, just to be able to give an opportunity like that for independent talent to meet legends. It was dope.
All right. Tell us about the Congregation and Omega Black.
Oof.
You struck a nerve with him right there, man. Yeah.
Gotta know about
the Congregation. I like that. Why the pastor can have a nice car? Why the pastor can have a nice
have
car?
to have him a nice house. Why come pastor got to have a nice car? Don't ask. I said don't ask. I said don't ask. No questions. Just give up.
Remember, I came up with a gimmick a long time ago.
I like it. I did hear this shit.
Of being a preacher, but I wanted to have the I wanted to be one of those like Jehovah's Witness preachers though. Like he just shoves it down your throat.
This guy.
Yeah.
3 times.
Like one of
Even
those.
on Sunday, making people hide in their own
Like
car.
that would be my gimmick if I had to be a wrestler. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's dope.
Tell us about the Congregation.
The Congregation.
And
All right, you know what? Let me do it right. Because the Congregation was birthed out of the disbandment. Well, my disbandment of Omega Black. So Omega Black was the original gimmick I wind up getting attached to, even with my first match. Omega Black was the brainchild of another wrestler, Greg Jones. Shout out to him because Omega Black was something that he really put together on his own. And it was a full faction, and we were pretty much a black fraternity. Which was a
I love my fraternities.
original idea.
Yes.
But we were like a black, rich, just pompous fraternity. Like we were horrible. We were heels talking about how we had the most first world problems ever. We talking about the fact that I can't pick my family up from the airport because I drive a Ferrari. They only got 2 doors. So now I got to get myself and 3 other drivers. That's what we got to do in Omega Black. We getting tired of having to deal with SATs and LACTs, man. We done passed everything, graduated with honors, and now we got to take money. So, we hate everybody on food stamps, housing, programs.
So Harvard wasn't ready for you.
Oh, I love it.
Harvard or Howard or none of them.
Exactly. So that was the vibe we were originally giving off with Omega Black, and it saw several iterations, member changes, and things like that. And we found ways to kind of keep it fresh, and we kept doing different things with it. But creatively, it kept getting stifled at a certain point. There wound up being creative differences, and it was one of those things where I started feeling like there's something else we can do with this, or there's something else we can start doing apart to make it better. And by the time of the last iteration of it, it got really good. We saw tag team gold. We were literally almost at a particular point at this was in Mass Anarchy Wrestling in Rhode Island, and we were very dominant, and it was a good thing. But the creative differences kind of just really disillusioned it, and then
It usually be that way.
Shortly into what we were going to do for just breakup reunion kind of stuff, pandemic hit. So that was kind of just where it was scaling off. But on top of what it was is that just before how that was, we were looking to do more bookings, and we got smart. Brother Greatness,
My guy.
definitely, another mindful master of the business and things like that. And me and him, we just connect really well. It's one of the guys in this business that is like truly a friend of me.
Yeah.
And he was one of the original members of Omega Black as well. And like I said, so like with me and him, we looked at what was going on with Omega Black, and what we were doing, we're just making sure that we were trying to chase our bookings and everything like that. We were like, yo, what are the things that people need in promotions? 2 things that a lot of promotions don't always have: good women talent, tag team talent. So you're usually always looking for those two things. So we was like, yo, we would be more effective at bookings if we just actually run a tag team. The problem I was having in Omega Black is that we were kind of becoming too big. Everybody's egos was coming a little too big to just be in a tag team. And like I said, for me, as someone came into wrestling, loving tag team wrestling, for tag team wrestling, and wanted to even do tag team wrestling,
Kind of spoiled though.
I was just like, I get it, but if there's a void with tag team wrestling, why not be the tag team and get paid?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Feel it.
And and like I said, we had tag team goals, so it was showing that not only were we were good with tag team wrestling, we were doing something different with tag team wrestling that was getting eyes on us. But it was just like, everybody wanted to do their own thing. So eventually I just sat down with Greatness and we were talking about it. He was like, yo, you still trying to work? You trying to make sure you get on more promotions and more shows? He looked at me and said, yeah. I was like, word. I was like, so how are we going to get a would-be pimp and a preacher together? I was like, brother, it's the same hustle.
Right. Amen. A hustle's a hustle. Talk that shit.
That was fire.
So we looked at each other, we talked about it, and I said, you know what then? A preacher and a pimp, we just the people of the church, the congregation. And that's how that came together. We ran with it, got the name, and
You just sold that shit.
Hell yeah.
You just sold the hell out of that shit,
We need a
bro.
reunion. Calling back for the reunion.
Yeah. Reunion tour. We won't be there. Can we be a part of this
if
congregation?
we can get that going, I would truly, truly enjoy it. The congregation is something I believe when we came together and we did that, it was something special. Because it was different. It was not something that was really seen and done. And like we were sincere about it. It was like we were raising money. We would give it to churches. We came out with a collection plate, and when
I
we get
saw
money
that.
to
It was
church,
fire.
we would literally donate that money to churches. Like we were sincere about it. I'm really a Christian. He's really a Christian. Like the gimmick itself was one thing, but it was also very base. And then what we were doing is, to a degree, we were making Christianity cool again.
Yes.
So it was a real positive spin, something that was missing. And I just really like what we was able to do with it. A lot of other people were able to do it. Like we would do shows, and it was hilarious because sometimes we were doing shows and we didn't know who we popped more. If it was the people in the front, the actual fans, or the boys in the back, because everybody was just always like really happy with what we did, how much we dedicated, the way the crowd would get behind us, and we were really just good at playing our parts with that, and we meshed together so well. So the congregation was amazing.
I had to amen to that church. I had to amen to that
As I was
shit.
going back doing my homework, I was like, holy shit, they did the gimmick I was talking about.
It
It had me even more hype. It had me even more hype, man. But
Now,
all
man,
right.
if we get it back together, let's get you as a mouthpiece.
Oh, I need it.
Oh,
man.
there we
I
go.
need
You heard it
I
here,
need
here first.
I need it.
All
We're
right.
gonna baptize people. I'm just gonna have like a cup of water
Yeah,
at the end of the match.
Ice water.
Oh, you got baptized.
There it is. I'm with it. That comes right after the benediction, the baptism.
Let's
go.
In the hot seat.
The hot seat,
All right.
man.
He is a Prince fan.
Whoop.
So I'm gonna say, if Prince and MJ had to fight one-on-one
For the
in a
culture.
wrestling
For the
match,
culture.
who would win?
Why you do that to him, bro?
No, it's
I have to-
Hey, why you do that to him,
I had
man?
to do
I
it.
like that.
It's cool because I'm gonna look at it like this. All right, Mike is an extremely athletic person because look at the dances he does, right?
Yes, sir.
But Prince was also an amazing dancer in heels.
And a
Yeah,
Gemini.
in heels.
All right, and a crazy ass good basketball player.
Yeah.
So you already know you're getting an athletic match. It's gonna be if we booking it wrestling wise, it's gonna be high flying.
Oh yes, definitely.
Moonsault, moonwalk.
But I'm gonna be real with you. You got to face against a popular heel.
So who's
And I'm
the
saying
heel?
Prince is
Prince,
the heel.
Prince is the hill,
Prince is
man.
the
The
heel.
Gemini.
Prince is the heel. And I'm not only gonna say it for the Gemini, but I'm gonna say it because Prince was also always gonna talk that shit.
Yeah, that
He's
is
gonna talk
true.
it no
Yeah,
matter
Michael was
what.
kinda
That is
quiet.
true. Completely about it. Mike was shy. He was a bad dude because if you read any of his copyright stuff, he was taking yo music, yo dances, and it made it his own.
Yeah, talk that shit,
So
man.
he was a ruthless dude. So that would have been a great match, but I am going to say because of the any means necessary and the need to stand out in original, I'm putting Prince over Mike.
Okay.
Whoop.
Because you're a superhero fan, I saw.
No doubt.
I have to hit you with this hard one because I saw you have one of the same superheroes. That's one of my favorite.
Okay.
Let's go.
Captain America
Got you.
or Superman.
Death battle.
I know you like Captain America. I
Death
saw you was a
battle.
big Captain America
yes,
fan.
Yes. I mean, kid from Brooklyn.
So yeah, the kid from Brooklyn. So where
direct.
you from, kid?
Where you from?
Queens?
Brooklyn.
Shit, that was my shit.
One of the best parts of the movie.
Yes, definitely.
All right. You know what? I'm just gonna be honest with it. Who really beat Superman? Like it's kind of hard. I want Captain America to win. I would cheat. I would say throw the kryptonite in, do everything, make sure.
White
he
excellence
pulls it
right
off.
there.
But Superman is kind of that dude. Like unfortunately,
Can't stand him.
especially on a bright sunny day. What are you doing to this motherfucker? He absorbs the sun for power. Like
But what can you do to a person
should
who
be
can
black.
do this? I'm just saying. But what can
he
you
should
do?
be he should be way more melanated
He kinda got a
for
point.
that power coming from the sun. You know what I'm saying?
You guys a point
You
there.
got a point
I didn't
there.
even think of that one.
Suntan
I'm saying, but
Superman.
What can you do with a guy? I'm just saying, what can you do with a guy that can do this all day?
Yeah, no. See, that's the thing. He's gonna have a problem. Superman's gonna have a problem, but the thing is, at the end of the day, you're gonna get a draw.
Yeah.
Superman can beat him, but it's gonna be a draw.
Cap not
Yeah,
gonna
how you just
stop.
gonna say Superman gonna beat him, then it's gonna be a draw?
The reason is because the thing about Superman, his biggest flaw, he never goes for the kill shot.
Yeah, this is true. Cap put you out if you have to on a low.
Exactly.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah. Yeah, bro, put him in the hot
so
seat.
you
Let's
like
do
anime?
it.
Yeah, huh?
Favorite anime?
Favorite anime
Come on, bro.
all time?
All time.
Yeah, all time. Don't say Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, come on, you so much hate in your blood,
The
man.
hate with it though. What if that's my answer though?
Is that your answer? Is that your final
Kinda really
answer?
is.
Nah,
Like,
I'm
I
joking.
watch Dragon Ball.
I'm just playing.
I've been watching Dragon Ball since Dragon Ball when you had the tape trade.
Yeah.
That's how I know how to speak
But I
Japanese
was telling,
now.
I was like, we argue about Dragon Ball Z all the time. And I was
Gotcha,
like, I'm a big anime fan.
Konnichiwa.
I say most people wouldn't know about anime if it wasn't for Dragon Ball.
Nah,
One
yeah,
of the forefathers.
But there are better animes than Dragon
No,
Ball.
no,
You-
there's
you can't
definitely
stress
is.
that enough, can you?
It definitely is.
Can't stress that enough.
I'm just
So
saying,
I'll throw one of my favorite more obscure animes, Trinity Blood.
I haven't even watched it, but I'm gonna go watch it now.
Yeah, check that out. It's a really nice twist on vampires in
yeah.
the church.
Did you say tranny blood?
No, Trinity Blood.
Oh, Trinity blood. I'm like, oh.
So again, right there, Holy Trinity. Again, my faith is what it is. It's
Okay.
very strong. So it was something that drew me in. It dealt a lot with a strange telling of the Catholic Church and how they deal with supernatural issues, but they introduced vampires, but vampires are also kind of like aliens.
Oh, I love that shit. Oh, that sounds
pretty
wicked.
dope.
It was a deep series. It's
All
definitely
right.
worth the watch.
All right, let's go. You said you used to watch Saturday morning cartoons, and your cousin used to. What was the cartoon that you were trying to watch, and your cousin was watching wrestling instead?
No, see that. The best part was, you know, when I was coming up, noon was Soul Train.
Oh, yeah.
By noon, it was Soul Train or wrestling.
Yeah.
Or, you know, some other news stuff. Like, all the cartoons were done by 12. So, it wasn't so much that I was really trying to watch cartoons anymore because it was already
He was trying to
over.
catch them more.
But I was just trying to be like, you know, we can put this tape in of Ninja Turtles.
Oh, I feel
Or
you.
we
I
can-
feel
we
you.
can watch- you know, we can look at, you know, we can look at the Ghostbusters movies or some of the other, you know, and my cousin was just like, you see what he just did? You want that done to you? And
Yeah.
I was like, all right, shut up. You got that.
All right, I see you were you're a big fan of movies and everything, so I made you with some other stuff. Tyler Durden or The Punisher?
It's kind of deep, brother.
Yeah, I
real
saw he
deep.
likes The
That's kinda
Punisher. I
deep.
saw he liked the Fight Club.
Some
Man, Frank is a bad motherfucker.
No, gotta put it together.
Frank Castle,
you
bad
got, you got a
motherfucker.
killer and a real good sociopath. You know what? I gotta go with Frank.
I
Frank
told you.
there.
Gotta go with Frank.
I told you.
I'm gonna go with Frank, and the main reason I'm going with Frank is because Frank's killer instinct. He's not gonna stop. He's a fully trained Marine. Tyler Durden, yeah, he's a sociopath. He's about all of the things.
Yeah.
He's gonna inspire a lot of stuff, but
Number one, you're a Marine.
Punisher is a one-man wrecking crew army, so I'm going with him all the way.
Facts. That is facts. I'm not even gonna lie. Favorite Eddie Murphy movie?
Favorite Eddie Murphy movie? Damn, how'd you know I was a big fan?
Do my homework, man.
Now this is some world-class journalism.
I do my homework, man. Do my
Only on
homework.
30 Hills you'll catch Coffee Weekly and putting a nigga in the hot seat the way he does. Subscribe, like, and comment, please.
Shit, that made me need water. Like, goddamn. I gotta just put one.
Nigga stupid.
I'm supposed to be stimulating y'all. Y'all not-
Oh man, man, trust me, I do a little bit of homework all the time.
Your credentials is good, brother. Watch out, Daily Planet.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna go with Beverly Hills Cop, the original.
Ooh.
The original.
Smoking.
My bad, I didn't mean to give
Yeah,
that one.
it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, brother.
Childhood nickname.
A nickname?
Your childhood nickname.
Childhood nickname. D-Nice.
Ooh, I think everybody.
No.
with a name
What was your
D
family
like
name?
D-Nice.
What's
D-Nice.
your mama call you, D? Come on. What's your mama call you, man?
Literally everyone calls me D.
Oh, okay.
D-Nice, the dude.
The dude. I like that. The
the dude is
dude.
another one.
So
I think
cool.
Dude is always cool.
It's so cool.
Yeah. So I don't really have an embarrassing nickname. I mean I do have one, but y'all ain't never gonna hear that.
Oh man. We trying
You
to
tell us off
get
camera.
this exclusive.
Oh, we never talking that one.
We all from New York.
Everyone that gets that one is my mama.
Oh man. All right.
She the only one that can get away with it.
All right, we from New York. So we know what delis, every deli on every corner. You from Brooklyn.
No doubt.
What's your favorite sandwich?
Yeah, Sausalito, man.
Okay.
It's so
I
Swiss
definitely am a
cheese and some shit
Sausalito
like
guy.
that.
Nah. Matter of fact, it's the very classic breakfast bacon, egg, and cheese.
Ooh.
Can't go wrong.
The one word bacon, egg, and cheese.
Yeah.
That is damn sure one word.
On a roll.
On a roll.
On a roll.
I get mine's on a
With
hero.
butter.
That's it. All right. What superhero would make the perfect wrestler?
Superhero. make the
crazy,
perfect
bro.
wrestler. All right. Now see, I got
That was a crazy one.
This is kind of simple for me, but I want to actually get why when you say in wrestler, do you mean who possess all three aspects of a successful wrestler?
Yeah.
Or just can be a wrestler?
My man never want to answer the
Nah,
question.
exactly.
He's not trying to answer the question.
What superhero?
No. It's
What superhero?
It's simple. It's always Spider-Man.
Oh,
It's always Spider-Man right away.
that was kind of ill, bro. He's like Rey Mysterio and shit like that.
Not
Yeah.
only that, but I mean, peep the comic. First thing he ever did when he got his powers
was a wrestler.
jumped in a wrestling ring.
Against Bonesaw. Oh, who was that? Macho Man. Ooh,
That is true. I gotta give you a hand clap.
Dirty Hair exclusive right there.
That one was fire.
That was dope.
Playtime.
Yo, you're going nowhere. I got you for 3 minutes. 3 minutes of playtime.
Macho Man is the guy.
Oh, my man, Bonesaw, man.
Macho Man is the reason why I started watching wrestling.
Uh-huh.
Same.
All right. Would you rather? All right. I'm gonna switch this one up a little bit.
Okay.
Would you rather talk like Yoda or breathe like Darth Vader for the rest of your life?
Hey, James,
Some wild shit. Talk like Yoda. Or breathe like Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm breathing like Darth Vader.
I'm like, damn, boy, your breath is hot, man. Like,
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it because again, once I walk in and I start talking and you hear that,
it's the command. You command the room.
Yeah.
y'all
The presence.
Somebody gonna be first. Somebody just gonna look at me like, yo, what the fuck wrong with him? He got asthma. That nigga smoke too much. then when I just stand there and it's still breathing like that, it's like, all right, yo, I'm getting uneasy about this motherfucker. So
Yeah,
the respect
yeah.
gonna be there.
You ain't gonna
yo,
judge.
But Yoda,
Yeah,
what-
Yoda.
what you doing with? Come over here, he will.
Number, please.
The backwardsness of what Yoda, he
Shorty
speaks
gonna be like, yo,
backwards
what's
too.
wrong with you, B? You can't number and phone number and
No,
phone here.
number phone.
Number
Not that
phone
phone,
here.
number phone.
Nice tits and ass she has.
Yeah. You're like, what?
What? Okay.
All right.
I know.
Rudest-
I'll never get bagged.
All right. Rudest animal and the nicest animal. If animals could talk, who would be the rudest and which animal would be the nicest?
Yeah, I'm gonna steal this straight from the locks. Pigeons. Faces of the sky.
That's true. There's some
If you
disrespectful
got a
motherfuckers.
car, or even just walking down the street, they don't give a fuck.
Especially them New York pigeons. These New York
New
pigeons
York
don't
pigeons-
give two shits.
New York pigeons is wild different. First of all, they the only pigeons I've seen now that actually make you cross the street.
Right,
They're not moving
right.
out your way no more. They don't
Yo.
fly away. You can little kids run and get tripped up over pigeons.
Yo, pigeons look back at you like, what you gonna do?
Facts.
No. Like
That is squirrels, you know what I mean?
Steal it straight from the locks. Most birds, chirp, chirp.
They call them the gangsters of the sky.
You know what they do? Ooh, who the fuck are you?
Yeah. Church that.
Said that in the skit.
Hey, yo.
Church that.
That was wild right there. All right. Who would be the nicest animal?
The nicest animals. I
I don't know. I'll probably say a sloth.
Nah,
They're lazy. They're not moving.
It take a long time for them to kill you. But
They will. They'll slide that arm around you like Suge Knight in that dance video.
Yo, nigga, stupid. Nigga.
real slow and easy.
Nicest animals probably low key elephants. I probably would say nicest. I was gonna, there's some big dominating animals, but they only really do things when spooked. But their brains are also massive. They're hyper intelligent, and they've already shown multiple occasions that they actually will have like human responses to things. So, yeah.
All right,
Okay.
all right. First off, they don't forget shit either.
Yeah, I know. I'll be back. Yo,
Shit.
I got one real quick,
Go
man.
ahead.
Secret talent
Secret
that
talent.
nobody knows about. D1000.
He can sing.
No,
Boy, he looked
I
like a
wish.
singer.
I wish that is the flaw.
What are you, a soprano?
I feel like God did that to me purposely
That's why you wrestling.
to make sure that I did some other former entertainer and was not like the second coming of another. And then that would probably be the main thing.
Well,
that
you
gets
could have been a
complete-
stripper, man. Yeah.
I thought about it. Oh,
Yeah, you
man.
could have been a stripper if you wanted to, remember?
So the funny thing is, technically that would kind of fall into a secret talent. I actually do dance. I used to dance and things like that. Not necessarily traditionally trained, but between dancing and mostly
like-
dancing, writing. I used to do poetry. Like I said, I actually have a screenplay that I'm trying to finish up. So I also work with creative writing for actually making
Oh, my
films
son trying to
and
see them bright lights on Broadway. Let's go.
Yeah, so,
Yeah, let's go.
You gotta, like you said, you gotta have your hands in everything.
So that's why he was on Throw the Fourth
Street.
Street.
Looking at me, and I look at doing multiple things. And the other aspect about it is that like I look at wrestling as a very business thing as well. It's an artistic business, but it's so many facets. I said it in another podcast one time. I always thought about the fact that wrestling might not be something I'll physically do, but I'm gonna be involved in the business until I'm probably pushing up Daisy somewhere in one way or the other.
Type shit.
And the reason why I say that is just because I'm learning to become a brand as an independent wrestler, but in becoming a brand, I also have learned about the idea of longevity and being able to do something beyond to make sure that I just keep money coming in my pocket. Rule of thumb is something I studied was that millionaires have 7 sources of income.
Yeah.
So I never wanted to have one job.
My man trying to have 80 bank accounts like Kanye.
Love it.
Exactly.
I love it. All right. Let's see. Who would win in a fight? Pancakes or waffles?
Shit, I'm picking pancakes on bias.
Yeah.
On bias. On bias. Off GP on the fact that I love pancakes the way I do. I'm picking pancakes. But I'm also realistic. Waffles is built different.
Yeah.
Waffles is built different.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm picking pancakes, but I can admit waffles is built different. They're family favorite for a lot of reasons. Motherfuckers is built in a griddle.
Facts.
More flour, just as fluffy as shit.
Yeah,
and they got I think low key they don't have hands. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But pancakes are slippery.
He swept that under the rug real quick.
Pancakes is slippery though. All right. So which rapper would make a good wrestler?
Which rapper? Which era?
That doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Any rapper, anytime.
Yeah. Who you think would make a good wrestler?
Cameron.
Yeah, the game is there.
Cameron Ham down. He got the gift of gab. Low key, he's a wrestling fan like crazy.
Yeah, he would have been a street prophet.
If you listen to the skits on his albums, he's also wild funny. And call back to his original style when he first started coming out. He was all on the tip that Eminem was, which a lot of people kind of overlooked and didn't pay attention to. He was on the same level with Eminem with just the most random, crazy stories and things like that. So he would have the mindset to really do something crazy and big with it.
Okay, I like that shit.
Oh my God. Okay.
Well, you very articulate. I like that shit.
Oh, that's part of the gimmick, man.
Ah, man, I like
All right. Which
Dash
famous?
and D can have a great word of words with Keith Lee.
Oh, I love it.
That
Which
can
historical
punch
figure
in the
would you
face.
punch in the face?
Man, and Captain America fan all the way. I'm punching Hitler dead in his fucking
Oh, that's it. There it is.
Snyder.
I think most people would bring him back and punch him.
but you know what? Nah. Hitler is like an obvious one that everyone would kind of go for, right? So now I'm gonna punch Columbus.
Yeah.
Boy.
on
Punch
that one.
Columbus dead in his face.
We might give you a permanent seat over here, man. Like, you know?
I'm with it.
Permanent. All right.
Permanent.
Favorite quote from a movie.
Favorite quote from a movie. All right. I'll go with the one that I can just remember the quickest all the time. There's always cheese in the mousetrap, or I'm gonna fuck it up. So yeah, there's always cheese in the mousetrap. One of my favorite movies is The Way of the Gun, and there's a lot of great quotes in that movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
fire.
one I wanted to quote is where he talks about people are more worried about trying to be seen as a gangster than actually being a gangster.
Boy, that's probably
fire
a great
right
quote.
there. All right. Wrestling catchphrase you could use in the bed.
Mine's they all want the D.
Oh, they all want the D. I love it.
Boy, that's world renowned right there.
I love it.
Nah, the D.
What is your spirit animal?
My spirit animal.
Yeah.
I get a wolf a lot. That is actually quite synonymous.
I'm a flamingo.
Flamingo?
I'm a flamingo.
I hear that.
I think I'm a roach.
I'm a flamingo.
I get a wolf a lot. My Chinese zodiac is the rat. And
You eat a rat. You eat a rat, man.
is and then I have I have a huge affinity for wolves and dogs and things like that. So that kind of does fall into me. Everyone says I act like a big puppy sometimes. So yeah.
So werewolves or vampires? Right now, which one would you
Vampire.
be? Be a vampire.
A vampire.
Yeah. It's original shit right here. True blood. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Suki.
I'll take it back. Anne Rice.
And Rice.
Anne Rice, the original novels of the Slap.
I like that shit, man.
All right.
What else you got for him,
How
man?
would you explain? How would you explain wrestling to an alien?
How would I explain wrestling to an alien? Do I like these aliens?
Say again.
Do I like these aliens?
We don't know. They're
Listen,
aliens. They
came
might
to
be
Earth.
conquerors.
No, but I'm
Listen,
just all right.
They
all right,
came
all
to
right.
Earth and
All
they
right.
want to know about wrestling, and you're the only guy there to explain it to them.
Is it a female?
It could be one.
Is she fine?
That's what I'm saying.
I gotta know these things too, though. Is she fine?
All right, I'm gonna say some wild shit. I mean no harm about it, but there is a wrestling alien who is really gorgeous.
Oh, Statlander.
Exactly.
Oh,
so in
yeah.
that regards, I mean,
Okay,
if
all right,
you're talking
all right.
those kind of aliens,
You got those type of aliens.
you
okay.
know, with just green skin or some other,
Or the blue alien from Fifth Element.
Hey,
Okay,
there
Yeah,
you go.
she was
That
fine.
there you go.
Shorty, you know what I'm saying?
I'm explaining a little raunchy.
Do it dirty.
You on top of me?
I'm gonna tell him
what?
I'm telling him like this. So this wrestling thing is something that you and I can really enjoy because all it is just two people, and we get to the bare bones of just like visceral contact. This me and you strapped together, latched, holding each other nice and tight, rolling around. Ever so often, I slap you, you slap me, just to have something else to feel. And then when we stimulate it to the top and get to the climax, the crowd roars and you hit me with that finish. And if you can, you put me down for that 1, 2, 3, baby.
Can we get the fire extinguisher? Because I'm hot. I'm on. Boy.
Can you
Can we open a
my
window?
voicemail? Can you do my voicemail?
Your voice just got real deep.
When I open up the Cameo account, don't worry.
Church.
All right. This last question. A sex tape. Name a sex tape. What would your name of your sex tape be? Only using.
You didn't do that much research, right? You didn't do that much research, right?
Listen, only using
I'll show you
wrestling
mine
terms.
after.
So it has to be a sex tape.
Yours.
He was on
only
sex
using wrestling terms.
Top rope pimping.
Oh, I like that one. Actually, like I would actually watch that.
Top rope pimp.
I'm like, hey man, y'all seen Top Rope Pimpin' too?
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I'm trying to tell you, bro.
Yeah.
Top rope pimping 2, the third leg drop.
Oh,
Again, we have a little audio. And Spotify has well.
man, before we get out of here, let us know. Tell the people, or give advice to the people who want to, do what you do.
And a few shout outs as well, man. Feel me?
Shout out to everybody in the wrestling biz that's actually out here to really trying to do their thing. This is not an easy business. Call it a crime of passion. So shout out to everybody. Shout out to you guys for giving a platform for independent wrestlers.
Much
Shout
love.
out to everyone that's just supporting independent wrestling, because we are out here doing this literally for the love of the business. There's not really money getting made in the business like that, but we are out here doing the best that we can to do what we can to entertain y'all, everyone. So, but more particularly, always my brother Greatness. Shout out to TJ Marconi, everybody at Project Codename Wrestling,
yes.
Chris Cage, Whiplash, all my peoples, Joel Maximo. As always, thank you. Without you, I would have not been here at any point. Ortiz, thank you again. You gave me the foundation to actually still be here to do it, and I'll never forget that. Zemis, anybody who's ever also worked with me in the ring, shout out to you guys. As for anybody in the business, again, I tell people, study it. Learn as much as you can, be patient with it, get trained, and really go after it 110%. Dedicate yourself not just to the craft of wrestling, but dedicate yourself to yourself towards wrestling. You got to do every aspect of it. It's a business that's it's a business. So learn to be a brand.
Amen.
Just the same. So that's my main things.
All right. Let the people know where to find you before we get out of here.
You know the vibe.
Yes, no doubt. Definitely look for me on Facebook, www.facebook.com/dashandD1000. I got 2 pages. Only one is available for fans. The other one, you better be a worker.
Not the OnlyFans. Oh, for fans. My bad. Not the OnlyFans. Okay. Go ahead.
Instagram, it is on Instagram, Dashin Hazard. On Twitter, DashinD1000. Definitely come by. I'm always saying some wild stuff. You never know what you're going to get. Videos are fun. Sometimes you might get a glimpse of the personal life. Most of the time, it's all gimmick all the time, baby. So definitely come check me out. I'll be looking for others. I'm always looking to expand the fan base. Y'all are my darling Nickies. Y'all are my dirty
darling
daddies.
Nickies.
Y'all are my saints, my sinners. We are all the congregation.
I love it. What that is, I am your boy, Kenneth Stones, A. Kofi Weaston.
And I am the DOE, Good Brother Bowl.
And we are here with Dashin.
No commas. And together, collectively, we are the Dirty Hill.
Are you sick? Are you tired? Are you sick and tired? Are you sick of being sick and tired? Of being sick and tired?
I am tired of being sick and tired. Being sick and tired.
You tired of being sick and tired? But we don't give a shit. Because here at the Dirty Hills Podcast, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Call it the Standing By. I don't know. Who the fuck is Standing By?